Hey everybody, Robert from Black Belt Gaming. We're heading into or continuing round 4. Welcome back to the game. In the initiative order, we are back to Eldith. So just a quick summary. I'm picking up the game after a little time off due to a cold, and I think I'm pretty much recovered now. I'm also getting ready to make a big trip, so I've got a lot of other things going on, but let's catch up to this situation. Poisoned, down some hit points, but still pretty healthy otherwise. Rogar, I think he's down to like 13, and very few ways for him to have any additional healing, so he's pretty much got to stick out the rest of the battle with 13 hit points. 2 guards have expended their encounter powers. Another one up here who still has his poison quills or infernal quills should he choose to use them. Donald the dwarf. Donald, who had shouted out, "She still lives." Was Donald saying that to the other villagers and excitingly yelling out to them that Eldith was still alive after being down the hallway? Or was his message to Eldith saying that her sister Vistra still lives? We need to find out. Donald is locked in the torture device. He has strike 1 against him from the steam vents. Strike 2 would be a twist of the knob and further damage being done. Strike 3, another twist of the knob, and this torture device will kill Donald. So he's down 1 strike. 2 more attacks on him from the torture device, and he is gone. We've got a recharge die here for the villain who used Brimstone Hail and damaged and burned our heroes, knocked Rogar prone, and now he sits threatening for Eldith to surrender or Donald will die. Well, we start the turn, or this part of the video series, with Eldith in the initiative order. Right here is difficult terrain. These are the sort of cluster of tripwires that were set in place by the guards. Something I didn't know last time when I was filming is that you actually can charge through difficult terrain. I didn't think that you could, but you actually can. It slows you down, but you still can charge through difficult terrain. Yeah, just a little note to myself about charge. Down there at the very bottom, it says moving over difficult terrain cost extra squares of movement as normal. So as long as you've got the movement to go through it, you can still charge through difficult terrain. All right, sort of wargaming the situation, tactically looking at this. His initiative turn, the guard, has been taken, and so has the boss. If Eldith can get to this guy and shut him down on this turn, that would be the best. So if we don't want to surrender, we've got to get to him and shut both of them down from executing Donald. So let's take a look at our actions here. For our first action, we're going to use a standard action to charge and hack at this first guard. So we've got the movement to get there. We're 2 spaces from where we started. That reminds me, this green chip is not there just for decoration. It's a reminder that she is poisoned, so she's going to drop another 2 hit points. Making a note, that takes her down to 49 hit points. So still doing pretty well. All right, next, charge attack. +1 to her attack roll. Armor class 16. plus 11 plus 12 due to the charge. We got a great chance at this. And we rolled a 19. So just with a basic melee attack with our axe, we hack him apart and cut him down as our standard action. With our move action, we're going to continue to rush forward. We are triggering here an opportunity attack from the nearby guard. He makes, let's get the right die for him. He makes his attack against us. Armor class 22. He rolls an 8. I don't think that's good enough. No, double checking here. He's going to get plus 9. So not good enough to hit our armor class of 22. So we dodge out of the way, or it glances off of our mail. And now we are right in his face. Now, playing solo like this, I've often given my characters the opportunity to use action points once per battle because we're only playing with 2 characters instead of a more balanced, well-rounded party of 4 or so. So, we're still actually strictly by the rules. We haven't used an action point today. So she has one. And I think we're going to spend that now because it's very important we shut these 2 down. We at least need to make an attack on the boss to mark him. So we're going to spend an action point and go with a cleave attack. All right, cleave attack on the Theurge, armor class 19. Can we hit him? We don't have a charge bonus this time, so plus 11. That is an 11. That's a 22. We hit with a cleave attack. We're going to activate something here based on our ally being bloodied. So we have an interesting situation here. We have a Vengeful Great Axe. It's a free action, thank goodness, to use this in counter power. You use this power when an attack hits and bloodies an ally within 10 squares, and that happened with the hail. Gain plus 2 bonus to your attack rolls, plus 1d10 until the end of your next turn. So I'm going to put a little d10 just right behind Eldith to help me track that she has activated her Vengeful Axe. This is her Great Axe. Let's make the attack roll and see if we hit. Let's see, we rolled an 11. We rolled an 11. That was a hit. So now we need to roll damage. Our damage is normally a d12, and we're hitting for an extra d10. So a 6 and a 5. Pretty average rolls, actually. But not bad. 6 and 5. We're going to be adding 7 to that, and it is a cleave attack. So our Great Axe tears through the breastplate of the Rogar leader and slams into the guard beside him, taking him down. All right, this guy is pretty tough. He's down to 45 hit points. He's now marked and not bloodied, and the guard was cut down. So we've kind of shut down the situation. That is what we needed to do. So good job, Eldith. Our human cultist is up next, the mage. He's going to use his magic missile plus 7 versus reflex because he is up next in the initiative order. He's going to have it be a small fiery red dragon. So plus 7 versus reflex. Let's get the white die for him. He is shooting from the far corner. And he gets a 12 plus 7 is a 19. I think that's going to hit her defense is. I think her defense is probably around 16 or so. So let's roll some damage. It's going to be 2d4, doubling the static modifier, which I don't even know if I really need to do. It was just a recommendation that I read. It's certainly making things harder for our party here. Well, that's not bad. We rolled 2 damage. So what is that? We doubled it to 8. Is that 10? Yeah, 2d4 plus 8, because it's a 2d4 plus 4. We doubled it to 8. So 10 damage. Just I guess in the big scheme of things, it's not a huge hit on her, but nevertheless, it is a burn. So 10 points of damage, taking Eldith down to 39. Well, the Theurge growls at the human cultist to get over here. And he moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he moves into a flanking position. It's not his favorite place to be, but he's following the boss's orders for right now. So we've set up a flanking situation, which will give the Theurge an advantage. Well, Rogar's not out of this fight yet. He spends his movement action to stand up. We've got another guard to shut down if we can. If this guard number 2, right here, if he is ordered to do so, he can circle around to that torture device and start working on Donald. So it may be important that we try to take him out. All right, Rogar here. I don't think he has his war hammer out yet, but he's going to draw it now. This is his main war hammer weapon. I think he still may have a throwing hammer with him, but he's got out his big war hammer. And he will make a move coming out of here. And he has to round the corner. He's going to get himself in a situation where he has some choice of targets. So as his move action, he stood up. So this is going to have to be a charge attack, isn't it? We've got to move and attack with a basic melee attack. So that's what we're going to have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think we're going to need to make it on the cultist. So as we enter this square and then leave it, we get a free attack of opportunity from the guard standing nearby. That's a hit. Oh, no. Donald is hit by the warhammer of the guard. Did I just call him Donald? I meant Rogar. Rogar is hit. Oh, it's for 8 damage. Just double checking the monster vault. 8 damage. Down from 13. So 5 hit points for Rogar. That hurt. But this is his charge attack. He's trying to hit the mage up here. So let's see if he can do it. Charge attack with the warhammer. 16 is good. That is going to be a hit. It's going to be 1d10 plus 6 damage. And we rolled an 8. Pretty good. We hit him hard in the upper back with our warhammer, dropping him down to about 28, I think. 28 hit points for the human mage. I think it's time for Rogar with his last 5 hit points. He's going to spend his action point as well. And I think he's going to go with a shield bash on the mage. Let's take a look at that. Shield bash. It's a minor action. Oh, okay. Interesting. So we can do this and do a Warhammer attack. Let's do the shield bash as a minor action, +9 versus fortitude. Let's see if we can hit. We can knock him prone. All right. +9 versus fortitude. That's a 10. We're going to give him the heroic tier bonus, so it's going to be a 20. I'm sure this is going to hit. His fortitude is 13, so he's smashed by the shield bash. Knocked prone. And let's do some damage. 2d6 +6. Good job, Rogar. A 5 and a 3, not bad. Well, this little maneuver for the action point here bloodied the cultist and knocked him prone. Very nicely done. I'd love to take another action, but as an action point, you just get to take one action on your turn, and that's all he could do with that.